This is the shuttle's fuel tank. It may only be 130 miles to space, but to cover that distance, the engines will use 500,000 gallons of fuel, and that works out at 2 feet to the gallon. Despite the cost, however, NASA does need to test these engines once in a while. So they built this place in the wetlands of Mississippi. The first thing they installed was a huge loudspeaker, through which they played white noise to simulate the sound of a rocket. They then sent a number of trucks in different directions out into the wilderness, and the drivers were ordered to stop when the noise levels became acceptable. This gave them an imaginary planet, was offered a simple choice. Stay and you'll never hear another television program as long as you live, or take the NASA shilling and get out. No one stayed, and NASA ended up with exactly what it wanted. 125,000 acres of nothing. They even had to move 5 cemeteries, because the noise they were planning on making would wake the dead. Hear what I'm saying. I couldn't even hear myself. This is the loudest sound you could possibly conceive. And as it turns out, the cleanest. Now, the most amazing thing is that that cloud up there, which was generated by the engine, is just a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen. It's water vapor. And in about an hour's time, someone in Mississippi is going to get wet washing. It will actually rain. I told you. It's raining. That's unbelievable. Oh, NASA's playing God. It's making its own weather.
Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Bashim Yoshak, Bashim Rakakadash, Dabon, this is the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that wrote well, and blessing salutations to the hopeful elect of Israel. As you saw there, NASA playing God, or Easu playing God. You know, he wants to be the God of this realm, and he wants to rule. And when he's ruling in wickedness, right? And yeah, let me get straight into it. You know, I'm gonna be quick. This is Revelations 13 and 13 now. Disclaimer, obviously this scripture here is more specifically on America and America, especially the nuclear weapons, the bombs and stuff like that. Yeah, you know, atomic bomb and the rockets, the Apollo mission and stuff like that, you know, making fire come down from heaven. But the reason why I'm bringing up this scripture is also to illustrate what he's doing with NASA, as you saw in that opening video. You know, he's making, in this case, he's making water come from heaven. You know, so just putting disclaimer there. You know, this scripture is not specifically for the video clip that I put there, but I'm just saying that this scripture just proves that Esau is always doing things, manufacturing things, and doing things to play God. Because a nuclear missile is another version of the Most High's fire and brimstone. You know, it's destructive. But here Esau manufacturing his own rain. You know, so a lot of the clouds that you see, that's probably, full of water and raining on people, it's fake clouds. You know, Anyways, Revelations 13:13, and he doeth great wonders, so that he make a fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. But in this case, like I mentioned, he's making rain, water come down from heaven and the earth in the sight of men. Isaiah 14, I'm going to breeze through it. Verse 12, how have I fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? The elites of Easu, of the so-called white man. How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weakest the nations? Yeah, they've been exposed. Yeah, their kingdom is coming to the end. Because the Lord is coming back, and they're being exposed by this truth. Their agenda has been exposed. Their wickedness is being exposed. Their dark secrets is being exposed. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. That's why he's making these space stations, space bunkers. Donald Trump on his space, Space Force, because he knows that the Most High is circling this earth with the holy angels and the chariots, which people call UFOs, man, and aliens, which they're angels. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. You hear that? Esau has a God complex, and he thinks he can be God. That's why he's trying to play God. And it's funny, because the person in the video, he said what? NASA playing God. And even in the comment section, the first comment you saw, he quoted it again. NASA trying to play God. So that already exposed, the scripture has already said that. They're just confirming the scriptures, and these people don't even know that. They don't know that the statement that they made is already in the Bible. No? Read it again. Verse 14, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. And they said it. They said, NASA trying to play God. Well, Esau, in general, the so-called white man, is trying to play God. The elites trying to play God. Yeah? But guess what? Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. Yeah, you're going to be dragged down from your power. Yeah, you may be the top person, but now you're going to be the lowest of the lowest. And you're going to be destroyed. And you're going to be put into slavery. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? Is this the person that was ruling? Is this the person that was the top dog, the biggest bully, the baddest person on the face of the planet? Nah, man. Look at him now. He's destroyed. Look at him. He's weak. Look at him. He's nothing. That's how everybody is going to look at you. All nations are going to look at you. You're going to be defeated. You're going to be back to the basis of men. You are. That made the world as a wilderness. Yeah, you destroyed the earth. You polluted the earth. From the ground, from the sea, from the air. All polluted. From the people, the mentality, the food. Everything has been destroyed, polluted, and full of filth and wickedness because of you. You did it. And destroyed the cities whereof, but opened up the houses of his prisoners. Yeah? That's it on that. So yeah, he caused water, rain from heaven in the sight of men in that NASA video. But anyways, with that, we'll praise it to Yahweh, Shim Shai, Bashim Kakadash, Esau's going down.